What have you seen so far that has resonated with you the most? Like, what is top of mind for you?
Well, so as I attended the sessions this morning, the thing that's really interesting is there's a lot of focus on the decommissioning of the central offices and so forth. And I don't typically cover that part of Ribbon's portfolio, but it was super interesting to learn what's happening there with AT&T and Verizon and Pioneer Telephone and all these companies that are doing that. It's still a large portion of the market, I'll say, for certain kinds of companies and players in the market. And so that, to me, was very highly interesting to see that. As I've come into the display booth, it's been really fascinating to see the different products that Ribbon is offering in rural, interestingly enough, for power companies to provide these kinds of solutions. It's been really fun to learn about the SBCs that Ribbon offers, the SBC as a solution and so forth. So it's really been enlightening for me to be here at Ribbon Insights.
What are you seeing in the SBC market? How's the landscape shifted so far?
Well, I'm glad you would ask that. So there's a lot of interesting things happening in this market. One that's particularly interesting to me is this ability to have a hosted version or a cloud-based version of an SBC as opposed to necessarily putting one on premises. And so I didn't realize that Ribbon had a solution for that. And as I went to one of the kiosks today, I was learning about that solution and how compelling that is, both for service providers and for their enterprise customers that would primarily be using that kind of solution. So that was one of the interesting things. Some of the other interesting things are how these can be put into Kubernetes containers, and they're easy to deploy and so forth. So it was really fascinating for me to learn about the cloud-based version of the SBCs that Ribbon is providing.
Yeah, cloud native.
Yeah, the cloud native, yes. And in addition to that, there is some Kubernetes containers that some of these SBCs can live in that make it really easy, say for mobile network operators, for service providers and others, to deploy within their networks. And it just kind of fits in and is without a lot of extra work and so forth, and it plays with the other systems they've got already in place. And it just makes it a very compelling and complete solution. So again, it's been just a fascinating opportunity to be here on the ground at Ribbon Insights today.
Thank you so much, Brent, for your time.